Hi everyone, welcome to Boxing Blog Center, the home of Nigerian and African boxing. Please, if you're new to this channel, make sure you click the like and of course the subscribe button right now. And also go to the notification bell icon, click it, and select all sentiment opinion banger and new exclusive video will definitely be notified. Now, I think we are live and we're going to be talking about you know, the current ongoing saga between Deontay Wilder and Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez recently defeated Vasily Lomachenko. Wilder, of course, we know he came out recently, talked about the shady glove scenario of Tyson Fury. He thinks Tyson Fury cheated, you know, and Wilder expressed himself. Of course, he got a lot of sticks for that, including you know, Tony Bellew, Josh Taylor, you know, Johnny Nelson. So many people like saying that he shouldn't make excuse and all that. Like I always say, Water is a Nigerian by lineage, and I will never ever give up on supporting the guy. I will always support the guy because it's got the blood. It's got our blood. It's a Nigerian by blood. So Teofimo Lopez came out recently, and called you until water a bitch, saying that he said that, yeah, I quote, "You are a grown ass man. Stop being a bee," And then it is an interview that he conducted on Charles David, and he said, I quote, "I think Wilder has had too much time on his hands. He needs to focus on his own damn self. Go back to the gym, get ready for a fight." Lopez said on the Ak and Barack show, "Stop talking about a dent in your head. You are a grown ass man. Stop being a biatch." I think that statement was uncalled for in a way. And why do I say that? Because Teofimo Lopez, should have respect for Deontay Wilder. You know, we know Wilder is a very egoistical person. He's got pride. Wilder might be, this guy that always love to nag and complain. But at the same time, Wilder has achieved a lot in the sport. He only has one loss on his record, and he is a former WBC heavyweight world champion. So I don't think Teofimo Lopez, should be saying that, especially when he's just 23 years old. He's a kid. He's a kid, coming up, still not in his prime yet, despite beating Vasily Lomachenko. He's still not in his prime yet. Let's keep it right here. And it's one thing, um, being a fighter and another being a businessman, because this boxing game is a dirty game. Boxing is a dirty sport. Boxing is one of the most dirtiest sport in the world in terms of the dirty business that are being conducted, back doors. That's why you see so many fights don't get made. So many people don't usually get the fight they should, because you know uh fighters choose to duck each other sometimes. Imagine, for example, Deontay Wilder should have fought Anthony Joshua, but he didn't. Okay, even though he was offered a lucrative deal, okay, but by Joshua, but it didn't. He chose Tasfiri instead. I'm not saying Deontay Wilder is a ducker in a way, but he did avoid a fight, you know, and then he lost to Fury, and then all these things are coming out. Despite Waters, lost, water is still a threat to anybody. Water is still a threat to any fighter. And I don't think Teofimo Lopez should even be saying all those things because at the end of the day, you have to look at it. You're still coming up in the game. You still don't understand the business out of it yet. Your career is being guided by your dad. Water has seen a lot of things, in the game. So I believe he has a reason for saying what he said. And also when we look at the division, Lopez is still not undisputed yet. He's got to fight David Haney. I know that the LBC are being, very careful in pushing for that fight because they know it's right. They need to make, you know, David Haney is mandatory because listen, Teofimo Lopez is technically not not on the is technically not on the spirit yet. He need to fight David Haney. Lomachenko avoided David Haney, so we need to see that fight happen. And also, so many people have said so many stuff about water, but I don't think that this might lead to something else because I don't know if Teofimo Lopez will alter the same words, those same words they altered, in that interview to Deontay Water face to face. Water is a very rugged guy and he's a no nonsense guy. So I just think fighters you understand because at the end of the day, you might say you're a fighter, but you don't know how mentally strong the other fighter is. A water might be mentally strong, but at the same time, what he's been through compared to what your Teofimo Lopez has been through is not the same. So I think there should be respect in this game. You see, Joshua should be the one saying all this crap about water, but he didn't say, he don't say it because Joshua's not like that. Joshua know that. Listen, no matter what happens, you still have to respect these fighters, and it's just what it is. So guys, like the video, share, subscribe, give it thoughts below. If there's anything you want to talk about, and if you think Teofimo Lopez was right to call water the B word, give it thoughts below. If you think he's wrong, your thoughts below as well. God bless you all for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. And this upcoming weekend, of course, I'm going to be covering the David Haney Gamboa fight. Great fight. And I cannot wait for that. As well, Zhang Jilei, the Chinese monster, who is going to be, really huge if he gets past this next opponent and probably fight some more good opponents because a fight between him and Joshua is brewing up in China right now. I've talked to some of my Chinese friends, and they are very, very eager to see that fight happens. They are willing to go watch it. If it happens in Beijing, Joshua will probably be the first boxer to take over the Chinese market, and China is wide open for to embrace boxing, use boxing match. Heavyweights are different. They are different species compared to the smaller guys. When heavyweights get down, something is about to happen, and what that is. Stay blessed, guys. God bless you all. Cheers.